Howdy, cowboys and cowgirls. It's me, Cowboy Jack, and today I'm really excited. I'm here with my buddy, Mr. Matt Fuller. Mr. Matt is the expert beekeeper here at none other than Fuller Farms in Montgomery, Texas. Matt, how long have you been keeping bees?
We've been keeping bees about 15 years.
That is incredible, and I guess you gotta really love your work, don't you?
Absolutely. It's fun, it's relaxing, they give us a lot of great things.
That is so cool, and bees are real important to us, aren't they?
Yeah, 3 out of 5 bites of food that we have today on our plates for dinner, for lunch, they're there because of pollinators like honeybees.
That is crazy, guys. Wow, beekeeping for 15 years?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It's been a lot of fun, and we've grown from just 1 hive to now we have well over 200.
That is incredible. And like you said, guys, 3 out of 5, was that what you said, 3 out of 5?
Yep, so when your kids are at lunch or school lunch or at home eating dinner, 3 out of 5 bites of food are on that plate because a bee pollinated that food.
Well, guys, I like my food, and I know you guys do too, so bees must be pretty important to us. Can we actually take a look at some bees today?
Absolutely, let's get into it.
Well, wait. Now, I know you're a beekeeper and you do this thing all the time. Do I need any kind of protective outfit?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just go like this. I'm used to it. The bees kind of know me, but we are gonna get you suited up in a nice bee suit and get you really well protected.
Okay, great. Let me grab this bee suit. Wow, guys, check this thing out. We've got a little bit of everything here. Wow, so this just goes on like a jacket.
Just like a jacket.
All
now,
right.
I think I might have to take your cowboy hat off of you.
Oh, guys. All right, let me just set this off over to the side. Wait a second. Are you guys laughing at my hair? Give me a second, I gotta get my bee suit on. This is so cool. All right, guys, how do I look? I am fully bee suited up and ready to see these bees. Wait a second, no, I'm not. Mr. Matt's gonna give me some gloves. That's
one more thing, I think, yep, here you go.
That is an important part. We wanna protect our hands. Whew. And like Mr. Matt was saying, as you work with bees and you get more comfortable with them, and they understand that you're not there to cause any harm, you're actually just working with them, you don't have to be quite so protective, but because I'm brand new at this, just like everything we do, we're not great at first. Practice makes perfect. So I want to be properly protected when we get in these bees. All right, we'll show the way.
You look great, let's do it. We're gonna bring our smoke, and we have a hive tool that we're gonna use.
Okay.
This is for us to move the bee frames around and just kind of make it nice and gentle on it. Our smoker's ready. And I'm gonna give you this because you're gonna be in charge.
Guys, check out this tool, the hive tool. This is really unique. I better stay close because I don't know what we're doing, but it seems like a lot of fun and really cool to learn about.
I like to work the beehives from the back. You'll notice my beehives have 2 different entrances, one in the front, one in the back. We use these for making new beehives. And not all of your beehives are going to be like that. But let's look at something right quick. If we sit here and we watch, there's some bees at the front of this entrance.
I see that. Is that their front door?
That's their front door, and their job is to protect the front door. There's a few that will come out and fly off, and their job is to go get food. And so what bees eat is pollen and nectar. Pollen is like a protein source for them. Just like we need protein, meat, they have protein needs as well. And carbohydrates, sweets, they're sugars, that's where they get those from, like the nectar from the flowers.
Okay.
So every once in a while, you'll see a few that fly in and they have these little pollen sacs on the back of their legs. And they're just bringing that pollen back in so that the queen can start laying eggs.
That is so cool. And guys, because I'm wearing this safety gear, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there are bees flying all over the place. And like you said, they're just getting out to do their job. Some of them are checking us out, but some of them are out there to try and find some food. This is so neat.
Give them one more good puff of smoke. And let's see what this one's got in store for us.
Wow. We're already looking at bees right there. Look at those guys. Wow, now I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I can actually hear the buzzing of bees already. If you look right down in that hole, you can see them crawling all around. What, and you called those frames?
Yep. So I want you to use the flat end
Okay.
of your hive, and if you don't mind, I'll turn it over, and put it right in there and kind of pop that top off.
All right. Just like that. Do I need to work my way around the edge?
Yep.
Well, here we go. Now that is a lot of bees. How many bees do you think are in this hive?
I tell folks that usually you can estimate about 1,000 bees per frame. So right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be about 8,000 bees in this bee hive.
Guys, 8,000 bees. That is absolutely incredible. But I believe it because they're really starting to wake up and try to come say hi to us. All right, guys. So what do we need to do?
I'm going to blow a little smoke. And again, that's just to help them kind of stay calm. You'll notice they're pretty calm anyways. But I'm going to ask you to use that little hook and get right underneath there.
Okay.
And lift one of those frames out of there.
All right. And I just grab it with my hands?
Grab it with your hands. Once that's free on this side, I'll take this from you so you can use both your hands.
Okay.
That's a really neat hive. That's a really neat frame.
Wow, guys, I am holding a ton of bees here. Now I'm trying to be very calm and not too excitable. Look at these guys working. So what are they doing in here?
So they are building, this is an old comb, and they're repurposing the comb and kind of rebuilding it, refurbishing it. If you look in here though, really close, especially on this side, you see how it's whiter? It's not as dark as this one?
Yeah.
That's new comb that they've built out, and they've started putting honey in it.
That is so cool.
Shiny stuff.
These guys are really hard at work making that delicious sweet treat that we love so much. But guys, when he was saying there was 1,000 bees per frame, that makes perfect sense now that I'm holding it. This is made out of, I guess, just wood and wire?
It's just wood, and then we do put a plastic foundation for them to kind of guide their position, to help them grow out that frame.
But guys, this thing has some actual weight to it, and I guess that's because of the weight of the honey and the bees.
Weight of the honey and the bees and the wax.
That is so cool. Wow, all right, well, what do we do now?
All right, well, let's set that one, just sit it on its side right down here.
Okay, again, moving very calmly. Do I lean it up against this?
Yep.
Okay, there you go, my friend, the bees.
All right, and we're gonna move another one out, and I will give you the hive tool back. And this next one, we can just move this black frame over.
Okay.
There's not much to see on it. They're just starting it out.
Okay. So I just scoot this on over.
Yeah, you might have to free it up.
Okay.
With the tool.
There it goes. Excuse me, guys. I'm just moving this frame over like I've done this a million times. Now,
let's get the next one out and see what we see on it. We're going to start looking for a very special bee, the queen bee.
No way, there's actually a queen in here?
Yep. She is the mom of all of these bees. And the vast majority of the bees that you saw, probably about 95% of the bees on that frame, are females, or worker bees.
Okay.
So we'll try to see if we see a queen, all the worker bees, and maybe a few boy bees, the drones.
Okay. Well, let me just get at it and see if I can pick this. Whoop.
One little tip. Watch this. Take it and you work it from that side to free it up there, because it's stuck to the other frame.
Okay. All right, let me get in there just like you said. Looks like this is free and moving, so I'm good to pick it up.
Yep. I'll grab the tool for you.
Guys, this one looks like it has just a few more bees on it. I'm trying to find a good spot to grab. And here we are. Wow, they are really waking up now.
How's that one feel? Is it heavier?
This is way heavier.
All right, and that's because you have fully capped honey on this side right here.
Wow. Wow, Mr. Matt, I just saw a bee with the yellow stuff on his legs.
Yeah, so that one right there.
Yeah, I see him.
That's pollen. They bring in pollen so that the queen has a nice source protein that she can make eggs with.
That is so cool.
So if you've ever heard the term...
Oh, wow, what's that big one right there?
That's a drone bee right there.
Okay, very cool. That's a lot of bees, Mr. Matt. Looks like a bee found your microphone.
Yeah, the bees found the microphone and is trying to give us a serenade.
Wow, guys. This is like the bee nursery, I guess, because there's so many babies growing in those little areas that are topped off, like you said. That is a lot of bees. Miss Queen has been really busy, huh?
She lays about 2,000 eggs a day.
Wow, that's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, she is always busy this time of year, and she's the mom of all these bees. And so, you know, whenever she's in the hive doing her thing, the colony's just really working out.
That is so cool.
All right, so I'm gonna open it up, spray a little smoke.
Wow, I can really hear the bees in here.
Yeah, they are, they're out working this time of year, and there's a lot to do in a beehive in the spring, so they're just ready to go.
That's what I love. Everybody has a certain job they're supposed to do, right?
They do, and so a few of them, their job is to clean everything, take maybe some of the trash out. They feed, there's a job for ones that feed the new bees, those are called nurse bees. There's a job that feeding the queen. So everybody's kind of got a job to do.
That is so cool.
All right, so your first frame is always the hardest. I freed this one up yesterday. It'll probably be a little easier.
Okay, should I try to grab it from this side?
Yeah, that'll work. And I happen to know there's not going to be much of anything on that frame, just because I was working it yesterday. So.
Come on, Mr. Frame.
And I have this handy dandy little tool that rather than having to put it on the ground, you can just
set it
put
there.
It right in there.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can grab this side free too. Sitting there. Okay, I think I'm free.
All right. And
Here's
I'll hold
the tool. And I'll just grab this guy. Whew. Being extra careful. And here we are.
So they've drawn out all that comb, and now we'll just kind of keep working our way through, and I'll get you some space.
All right. Well. Lifting another frame out. Lots of bees. Very cool. All right.
Now this one,
I got a little friend on my thumb here, guys. Let me look at him. He's just checking out saying, hey, you're a cowboy. What are you doing in bees? Well, Mr. Bee, bees are a very important part of the Western lifestyle, right?
Yeah, they make sure we have food on the plate. They give us honey. They give us wax. They give us all sorts of really cool stuff that we get to use just because they want to help us.
Yeah.
They don't really want to hurt. If you notice, I'm not really getting bumped or stung. And, you know, for the most part, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
Well, unfortunately, we're not leaving them alone right now, but we're being very gentle. And you would never do this unless you were with somebody who is trained, a professional. I'm with Mr. Matt. He's been doing this for 15 years. He's given me the proper protective equipment. I feel like I'm in good hands here, but you know, if you're ever around bees all by yourself, you want to just try to calmly get away from that situation. Boy, that is so cool. I love seeing these guys work these combs.
They're very detailed, like they've laid it out and it's all the same. And they do it all in the dark of a hive. It's pretty amazing to me.
And bees must be pretty good at math, guys. Looky here, real close. Those are all evenly spaced and beautiful like that. They work really hard to make these super organized because everybody has a job. You don't want to get in the way of your fellow coworkers. Now, what is that substance exactly?
So that's their wax, and they drew it across the top.
This is beeswax?
Yep, beeswax.
Wow, guys, that is so cool. Look at this beeswax. I have never held raw beeswax before, and it feels like it's kind of sticky, kind of like a putty almost. But this beeswax has a lot of uses too, right?
Absolutely. So like mom and dad, they can polish their car, wax their car. There's a lot of machinery in like oil and gas that uses wax as a lubricant. So it's very important.
Wow, that is so cool.
Way back in the days, and even still today, used to make candles, and that was the main source of light. Most households back in the 1800s would have several beehives. That was their main source of sugar, of sweetener, was honey.
Now I've got a friend visiting my microphone right now, and I bet he's making some funny noises for you guys. All right, do we keep going?
Yeah, let's keep seeing. I want to try to find a queen for you right quick. I want the kiddos to see the mom. But you can see here, that shiny stuff right there is honey.
Wow, that is so cool.
But so this is one that's just not fully drawn out yet.
Wow. So they've still got their work cut out for them here. They're going to fill that all in?
Yep, they're going to fill that all in. And this is the start of what's called a queen cup. So this is how they would make a new queen, is they put an egg in there and feed it royal jelly.
Wow, royal jelly. That sounds delicious.
It does. It sounds delicious.
We probably wouldn't want to eat it.
We probably wouldn't.
No. We'll leave it for the bees.
Right there.
That is so cool.
All right, let's pop the next one off. And if you hear them now, you hear that they're getting a little bit more excited.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to give them another puff of smoke.
Now, are they getting more excited because they're worried we're going to find the queen?
No, they actually, bees like this, they don't mind. The main reason they're getting excited is the sun. They're not used to seeing sun like this much.
Well, I accidentally scooted this one all the way over. Did you want me to pick it up?
Yeah, let's pick it up. Let's see what we got. Because your next one is going to have a beautiful egg pattern on it. This one has baby eggs in it.
I see those. Are those ones that are capped off right there?
All right, so the ones that are capped off are kind of older, but you'll look down in here and you see the white kind of larva. Whoa. Those are younger eggs.
All right, so we just keep going?
Keep on trucking.
All right.
I want to teach the kiddos one real quick thing on the next frame, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
I'm very proud of it too.
We want to learn as much as we can while we're here, because this is not an everyday experience for us. You want me to lift this out?
Yep, and let's show the kiddos the side that's facing me, this side.
Okay.
So when a queen lays an egg, she literally goes from cell to cell to cell, and this is called a brood pattern. And then when it's really solid like that, it means that she is just going next door, just really laying a lot of eggs. So it's a nice solid brood pattern. That tells me that this queen is pretty healthy.
She is real healthy.
And she's really happy with where she's living right now.
That's great. She's got a great home right here in Montgomery, Texas. She said, "Ooh, I've got the Fuller Farm Suite. I love it here."
All right, let's pop these next ones out. We got to find her, or she's crawling on the side.
Come on, queen, where you at, girl? Now, I know cowboys, sometimes when they're working their cows, they'll sing songs, talk to their cows. Do you ever find yourself singing or talking to your bees?
I do, actually, and when I was first doing it, I used to hum the Yellow Rose of Texas. And I used to think that the bees kind of recognized me based upon that. But
I'm going to be real honest. This one's making me a little nervous, so I think I'm going to let you open this one.
All right. What's making you nervous about it?
Oh, they're just really excited right near where I'm about to grab them. And I don't want to pinch anybody. All right. Well, let's you know what? We're all about facing our fears here on Cowboy Jack. And I'm not going to let my fear get the best of me because I want to see this queen. All right. Wow, that's a lot of bees, guys.
That sure is. Now the queen is just a little bit bigger than a worker bee. All of these are worker bees.
I don't see her on this side.
I don't see her on that side either.
Wow. Should I set this back in there?
Yep.
You guys want to go back home? I bet you do. It's a really beautiful home. There we go. Wow, guys, when you get in here close, I'm gonna try to capture this sound for you guys. Can y'all hear that? They are so loud. They're all moving in unison, and it's just like making a beautiful hum. What a cool sound. Wow, now if I was a bee, I'd need all these bees to wear name tags because there's just so many.
Yeah, and you know what? They kind of just work it out. They don't have fights. They don't really argue. They just
No time for that. Too much to do,
Too
right?
much to do, yeah.
Yes, you read in the, you know, the saying is idle hands, right? There's no idle hands in a beehive. And I think, how many hands does each bee have?
So bees have 6 legs, but they, they're like all other insects, have 6 legs. They have 2 antennae, but the really cool thing, 5 eyeballs.
5 eyeballs. Guys, I'm doing good just to have my 2. That is so cool.
They have 2 that we see, and then 3 more that are kind of smaller, but they see polarized sunlight. And we think that's how they know how to get back to their hive, is using that polarized sunlight.
That is so cool. Good grief, that's a lot of bees.
Yeah, I don't really see the queen. That just means she was crawling along the edge while we picked out all these frames.
Well, sometimes royalty likes to hide a little bit.
I'm gonna let you hold it because there's a really cool thing to show them. Got it?
All right, I got it.
All right, now this frame looks completely different than the ones we've had, right? If you look all down in here, you see that stuff that looks like Play-Doh?
Oh yeah, it's kind of gooey looking.
And it's pollen.
Pollen, okay. So they filled this thing up with pollen. I guess, do they organize their food like a pantry? They keep it separate?
They do, actually. They kind of keep the honey and the pollen on the outside frames, and the middle is for where the bees are laid.
That is so cool. Man, these guys, you know, we think of us as the most intelligent creatures, right? And of course they don't have critical thinking skills, but these guys sure do have a plan and they execute that plan. Look how well organized everything is here in the hive. That is so unique.
So now we're just gonna put them back together.
This is so cool. I just love, I mean, and you never want to move too fast, I guess. Just real calm and collected.
Yep.
You're kind of letting the bees know, like, hey, I know I'm kind of coming in your neighborhood here, but I'm actually a friendly neighbor.
Yep, and I just kind of work slow and deliberate. I don't rush through it. And that actually kind of helps me too. You know, we need to take points in our life where we just kind of slow down ourselves.
Well, Mr. Matt, we talk about that all the time on the show. I love to encourage kiddos. Every once in a while, you need a deep breath, right? And my heart's kind of racing a little bit because I am in an unfamiliar circumstance. I don't feel scared because these bees have shown me that they're actually really friendly, but it's not something I'm used to. So I'm going to take a deep breath. Hey, you want to take a deep breath with me?
Let's do it.
All right, 1, 2, 3. See, and that makes me feel so much better. This is so cool.
It kind of helps you reset.
I love this. And this is such a treat that you guys get to do this every day and you harvest all that delicious honey.
Yeah, so we harvest honey twice a year. And if you look at the beehive behind you.
Right here. Wow, guys, I got bees all around me.
That's kind of a hive that is a little bit more along the way in making honey. So you'll have all that we saw were here and here, and the bees are going to be laid in these 2 boxes.
Okay.
And then this top box is going to be full of honey.
That is so cool.
And so we'll come and we'll take that top box and harvest it. And the way that we do that, we have a big spinner that basically slings the honey out, and then we get the honey out of it.
That is incredible. So with all of these hives on your property, I love just facts, and these are fun facts. So if you had to guess how many bees you have on this piece of land right here, what would you say?
So I'll do you one better. The most that I've ever had. I think at one point we had about 20 million.
20 million bees? That is crazy.
Right now I'd put it probably at about
Hold on, can I guess?
Yeah,
All right, don't let him see me. I think he's gonna say around 7 million bees. All right, I told him my answer.
I'm gonna guess about 250,000.
Oh, I overshot the number a little bit. Well, I think I trust his judgment a little better. We'll go with 250,000, which is still a huge amount of bees. That is so amazing. No wonder Montgomery always has the most beautiful bluebonnets in spring.
Absolutely.
We have all these wonderful bees helping us get everything nice and pretty, and also making sure our crops are growing and we're producing vegetables. Oh, all the fruit. It is so cool to be here and see all these bees up close and in person. Wow, Mr. Matt, this has been so cool. I absolutely love learning about your bees and what y'all do here at Fuller Farm in Montgomery, Texas.
Well, thanks for coming out today. I hope your viewers learn a lot. I just want to remember, bees are really important to what we do, and they provide a lot of really good things for us.
That's true. We were kind of talking a little bit off camera, guys, about bees. And our natural instinct is to be scared of them. But the fact is, they don't really want to sting us, do they?
No, they really don't want to. In fact, if you leave them alone, they're pretty much going to leave you alone.
So if you, say you're outside at the playground or something and one lands on your shoulder, if you swat it, it is likely to react and probably sting you.
Yeah.
But if you just gently try to suggest that it leaves, maybe wiggle a little bit, once he's done with his curiosity and just checking you out, he'll probably go on his way and never see you again.
Absolutely.
That is so cool. But also remember, bees like to hang out in trash cans. Like at a park, there's always a lot of bees in the trash cans. They try to get down in the Coca-Cola cans and food containers because they smell something sweet. So, they're just out there doing their job. We're doing our job putting the trash in there. They're inspecting it to see if it's food, but they'll check it out, realize, hey, that's human stuff. We don't want that. We want some of that good flower juice, right?
Right.
So, well, wow. Thank you for such an incredible experience. This was so much fun. But hey, guys, stick around because we go on a lot of adventures and I'd love to have you along with us. But at the end of the wait, Mr. Matt, can you help me with the yeehaw?
Sure.
So at the end of the show, we count to 3, we jump, spin, and yell yeehaw. You think you can do that for us?
I think I got a little bit of that in me.
All right, guys. Well, until we see you next time, 1, 2, 3. Yeehaw! All right.